The War of 1812 is often remembered as a forgotten war. But in reality, it was a conflict that decided the future of North America, shaped national identities, and permanently altered relations between empires and young nations. In 1812, the United States declared war on the world's greatest power, the United Kingdom. What followed was a brutal, confusing, and surprisingly consequential struggle fought across land, lakes, and oceans. The roots of the war lay in Europe. Britain was locked in a life-and-death struggle with Napoleonic France. To sustain its navy, Britain stopped American ships, seized cargo, and forcibly impressed American sailors into British service. To Americans, this was a direct attack on sovereignty. But there was another motive. Many in the United States believed Britain was encouraging indigenous resistance along the frontier to block American expansion. Western politicians argued that war was the only way to break British influence in Upper Canada, present-day Ontario. The war began with American invasions of Canada. U.S. leaders believed Canada would fall easily. They were wrong. British regulars, Canadian militias, and Indigenous allies fought back fiercely. One of the most influential Indigenous leaders of the era, Tecumseh, united tribes to resist American expansion. His alliance with Britain played a critical role in halting U.S. advances in the early years of the war. In 1813, the conflict spread across the Great Lakes. Control of waterways became essential. Naval battles on Lakes Erie and Ontario determined supply lines and territorial control. Victory shifted back and forth, with neither side gaining a decisive advantage. Then came 1814. British forces launched a bold campaign along the American coast. They captured Washington, D.C., and set fire to the White House and the Capitol, one of the most humiliating moments in U.S. history. Meanwhile, American forces held firm elsewhere, preventing Britain from delivering a knockout blow. As war fatigue grew on both sides, peace negotiations began in Europe. The Treaty of Ghent was signed in late 1814, restoring borders to their pre-war status. On paper, nothing had changed. But history tells a different story. In January 1815, after the treaty was signed but before news reached America, U.S. forces won a stunning victory at the Battle of New Orleans under Andrew Jackson. The battle had no effect on the treaty, but it transformed American public memory of the war. The War of 1812 ended without a clear winner, yet its consequences were enormous. For the United States, it confirmed independence and fueled national pride. For Britain, it secured Canada and ended hopes of American conquest. For Canada, the war became a defining moment of identity and survival. For Indigenous nations, the outcome was tragic. Their resistance collapsed after the war, opening the door to rapid U.S. expansion westward. The War of 1812 was not about territory gained or lost. It was about who would control North America. And its legacy still shapes borders, identities, and politics to this day. If you found this story insightful, please like the video. It helps this channel reach more people who care about real history. And subscribe for more documentary-style videos on the wars, empires, and decisions that shaped our world. History isn't just about the past. It's about understanding how we got here.